Good morning and welcome to Kletus Roadside Service. I'm your host, the man in the truck driving down the road hauling has. We're in Oklahoma. We stayed in Alva last night. Did I get to eat my delicious restaurant, my Forsaken? I don't know if Forsaken's a good word for it, but it's just a really special burger to me. There's a mushroom and Swiss burger at this restaurant in Alva that's the best thing I've ever fucking had in my life, and you wouldn't think a mushroom and Swiss, it's not that special, I've had a couple of mushroom and Swisses and they're not nothing cracked up about. This one's different. This one's fucking delicious, boys and girls. If they're not out, there's no girls in here. Anyways, no, I wasn't even planning on recording quite yet either. I it's early. It's Wednesday. I guess it's not early. It's 7:15, so it's not too crazy. I really wanted to get to my offload spot a little earlier than I am, but this works. This'll work. I probably got a little bit of a saving grace just now. So, if you're aware, hauling hazardous waste, you got to stop at railroad crossings. And so I'm headed out early in the morning. I planned on recording this way later. I have a line of cars behind me. I'm doing the speed limit. I'm not in a rush for anything. I'm doing the speed limit. I got a line of cars behind me. I'm pulling up to railroad tracks. And but I pull over to the shoulder to let the cars go by because they don't have to stop the railroad tracks. I do. I want all these cars. I don't want to be followed. That's my thing. Is I don't know. I know these cars back there. We're out here in the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma, and people want to fly down these roads, and I don't mind it. Yeah, it's illegal. Yeah, they're doing bad stuff, but I don't care. Go around, get out of here, go away. I want to be left alone while I'm out here driving. And I mean, also I don't want to be stuck behind somebody doing under the speed limit. That's always not a good deal. But anyways, what I'm trying to get at here is I pulled over, flashers on at the railroad tracks. I make a full stop. Another truck on the other side of the railroad tracks makes a full stop. But I have a little button right here on my blinker stalk on my Kenworth T880. You got a little button right here, and it flashes your clearance lights. And I don't flash headlights at anybody. If anything, I'm going to flash my clearance lights at people. So I pull over, I stop, I flash my clearance lights thinking that people behind me are going to realize, yeah, go ahead and come on through, pass me up because it's going to take me a while to get back up to speed. I'm fully loaded. But they don't want to pass. And I'm looking, and I'm like, that looks kind of like a police Tahoe back there, too. I was like, well, nobody's going, obviously, so let me just get on the road and get going. So I merge back. I after my full stop, I merge back on, and I start going. And the other tanker that was coming the opposite way, he had already gone. I start going, and then this little fucking Ford Fiesta or whatever the hell it is comes flying over the railroad tracks in the opposite lane in a no passing zone, flies past me, and of course that is a police Tahoe behind me, and he lights them up, and I'm like, oh shit, dude. And I think that police Tahoe was really wanting to get me. He was waiting to get me at some point in time, but he didn't. He pulled over that guy. So I don't know. Maybe he'll try to rush up and try to catch me at some point in time. What would he want to pull me over for? Well, see, I have a load gauge on my trailer. It's a digital readout of how heavy my truck is, and it is not accurate. It's off by about 1,200 pounds in the bad way. So it looks like I'm like 500 pounds overweight right now. If you're back there and you're able to see that readout, it's right on the back of the truck, and there's not really a way. I don't really know of a way to turn it off, but I'm just guessing that officer, especially whenever I stop and I'm sitting there for a little bit, he's like, huh, he's got a giant, not a giant, he's got a bright orange digital readout that says that he's overweight. I'm probably going to pull him over up here a little bit. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he wasn't thinking that at all. Maybe he didn't even notice it, but I'm pretty sure he noticed it. But luckily, I got a fucking idiot that fucking passed a whole line of cars in a no passing zone over a railroad track right in front of a cop or a Oklahoma State trooper. So interesting, very interesting. That just happened, and it got me all jittery. So I was like, I got to record now. I had no idea that was a state trooper behind me. I had been doing probably 2 to 3 miles an hour over the speed limit that whole time, and he was just waiting to pounce. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like if a state trooper gets behind you and you're there, it's only a matter of time before they just pull you over. He's like, and even if he doesn't have anything, he's like, hey, yeah, I just wanted to do an inspection on you or whatever. Just want to check you out. But yeah, that was also. It also did not look good that Well, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter how it looked. I stopped at the railroad tracks. I mean, I did pull over onto the shoulder, but there's plenty of room on the shoulder. Had my hazards on. I was fully stopped. I was waiting for them to fucking pass. Because normally cars will pass you right there. They're not like passing you in a no passing zone. They're staying on the road. I'm on the shoulder, and it's usually slow speeds. But yeah, I don't know. And dude, things really bothered me yesterday. Just with traffic. I had one guy coming through Wichita, and there was a guy that was, there were two people merging onto the highway, and I see this ahead of time. I know what's about to happen, so I slow down a little bit, because I got a pickup truck riding my ass, and I know he's about to make a pass at the exact wrong moment that he's going to be on my pass or on my driver's side in the fast lane. I'm going to be in the slow lane. They got two cars coming onto the interstate. I already knew what was going to happen, so I let off. I didn't have the Jake brake on. I didn't hit the brakes. I just let off the throttle and decreased my speed. I think I was going like 62 or something in a 75 zone or whatever. And these two cars are coming onto the interstate. And the first car is up ahead, so it gets on just fine. The second car has 3 car lengths to merge onto the highway, and I'm letting them go. I'm back here. I'm actively decreasing in speed. You have time to get on. You have the room. You have everything. I'm flashing my lights. They hit the brakes. It fucking bothers me so much when I don't know. I mean, you are merging onto the highway. You are supposed to be on the throttle. Why are you hitting the brakes for any reason merging onto the highway? I know some people also just don't give a fuck about other human beings. and are not going to try to help people merge onto the highway, it's not your duty anyways. They have a yield sign. They are the ones that are supposed to find the spot to get in. But people do actively block people from merging on the highway just because they know they have a yield sign. Not me. I'm just trying to get through with the least possible way of an incident. And so that's why, whenever I'm pulling, I see people getting up onto a highway, or I see people, you getting up to a bridge, and you see people turning left to get to the on-ramp or whatever. I'm like, all right, I need to either get over eventually whenever they're trying to merge on, because I'm probably going to catch up to them. They are in cars. They're going to go way faster than me, so maybe everything will work out. But no, this fucking Ford Fusion slams on, they're there. They have plenty of room. They're getting closer and closer to the end of the on-ramp, and I'm slowing down. They should be speeding up, and they slam on the brakes. Not in front of me. They're going to get behind me is what they decide. They're like, hey, instead of speeding up just a little bit, which I'm helping because I'm slowing down, giving them room to get on the highway, instead of doing that, I'm going to slam on my brakes and wait for this truck to pass. And then you got other people, not at this particular moment, but there are times where other people are trying to merge on the highway, and that highway speed is 75. Okay, merging the on-ramp lane is very important for merging onto the highway, because you should be up to at least close to the speed limit, unless you're in a fully loaded semi, which sometimes that happens, but, usually people will help you out. But if you're in a fucking car and you need that much time to get up to speed for the highway, I don't know, and then you stop, and now all your momentum's gone, and now you're just going to basically be a slow-moving target just merging out into fucking traffic at 75. It's just... And I'm just singing to my own choir here is what I'm doing. I think everybody that's listening right now probably understands how to merge onto the fucking highway. I'm not telling you guys anything you don't already know. It's just something that I fucking hate, when people can't fucking merge onto the goddamn highway. And then I had a fucking Hobby Lobby fuckhead, dude. This was later on. Well, no, this was before that. I was in the Flint Hills. Where are the Flint Hills? Yeah, they're before. They're in between. They're over there. I don't know. Anyways, I was in the Flint Hills, and yeah, we have a little bit of a convoy of trucks going on here. Obviously, my truck is not limited to where most company drivers are limited. Most company drivers, they can go like 70, 72. Some of them are really fucking throttled back at 65, and that's fucking insane. But this Hobby Lobby guy, I didn't have a whole lot going on yesterday, so a couple of little things pissed me off. And this one, it wasn't even... It was just, you are a fucking semi driver. He didn't do anything specifically to me. It was what he did to other traffic, and there's just some sort of an etiquette whenever you're a truck driver and you understand the limitations of your vehicle. And what I'm getting at here is that we're cruising into the Flint Hills. We just, we all go slow up the hill, then we all go faster down the hill. This Hobby Lobby guy was not very heavy, I'm guessing, because he could go a little probably maybe 3/4 of a mile an hour faster than the guy that he was behind uphill. So, but I gave up a couple of spots. I was faster than Hobby Lobby. I was even faster uphill for some reason, and I'm fully loaded, so I don't understand. But I'm behind this Hobby Lobby guy, and I'm letting a lot of fucking cars go by. And because I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna try to make this pass on this Hobby Lobby guy, Class A dry van or whatever. I'm not gonna try to pass this semi when I know there's an uphill grade coming, because then I'm gonna get a line of cars behind me, and it's gonna take me a long time to get around that guy. Especially on an uphill. So I let a lot of cars go by, and there was this one pickup truck, and he was kind of the straggler of the group. And he is, but well, I mean, he wasn't a straggler. He was just further behind, but he was cruising. He was doing probably 80 miles an hour. It's a 75 zone, so 80 isn't crazy for somebody to be doing. It's not like he snuck up on anybody. Everybody could see everybody in their mirrors or in their windshield. You can see all the traffic around you, and it's just a situational awareness thing that I think I have a great sense of. I like to know where all the cars are around me. I like to know, always have an out, and just realize, hey, I cannot swerve. I cannot take the fast lane right now because I have a pickup truck hauling ass up on us right now. Hobby Lobby did not give a fuck. Right as that pickup truck probably got to mid trailer on me, and I got a decent following distance or whatever. The Hobby Lobby, right as we start the uphill grade, Hobby Lobby straight up cuts his ass off. Now there wasn't he didn't smoke his tires. He did have to slam on his brakes, but he didn't smoke his tires. It was a controlled stop. It wasn't about to be an accident or anything, but just the fact that Hobby Lobby decided, hey, we are going super fucking slow, getting ready to go up this fucking slow grade. Let me just cut off this pickup truck. And maybe he didn't know he was cutting off the pickup truck, but that's the other thing. It's like, well, you need to know where fucking people are on the highway, you stupid son of a bitch, okay? And, yeah, he cut him off. And, of course, it was a turtle race up the hill. We were doing, I think, 58, as we were getting, we were slowing down, significantly. But, we were probably doing about 58 by the time we get up to the top of the hill. And we start our downhill grade. And once we started the downhill grade, I think the other truck that he was passing, the other semi, throttled back a little bit and let him get around, because I think he had a little bit of situational awareness, and he noticed that there's a pickup truck that's trying to grid around this stupid motherfucking Hobby Lobby idiot. He's like, let me throttle back, let this fucking Hobby Lobby guy get in front of me. And then that pickup truck, and by the time we get to the top of the hill, there's a couple of cars in that line. I don't know. It's nobody got hurt. Nobody, was in any immediate danger. It's just like the etiquette of this Hobby Lobby. He just doesn't give a fuck about anybody on the highway. If he gets up to and I noticed this on a few different people, because I was catching up to this Hobby Lobby guy for miles. But anytime he ever got even slightly close to another fucking truck, he was just taking that left lane. He's got 3 semi-truck lanes, and he's just taking that left lane and just impeding traffic, because he's going to pass that other semi in about 6 minutes. It's going to take him 6 minutes to get around that motherfucker. And I'm not a driver like that. I'm always doing my best to never cut anybody off, always to let cars and traffic go by. They're all going to go faster than you most of the time. Seems like a paraplegics, they don't like to go very fast. But most of the time, just let the cars go, no incident, and then you can make your pass. You're not saving any time by doing that. Now, I know in heavy traffic situations, sometimes you got to take whatever gap you can get, but most of the time, if I'm in a heavy traffic situation, it's not going to last all day. Let the all the people that are going to fly past you, even some fucking bull haulers, let them all fly past you. And then once they're done, then you can make your move. But some truck drivers just, nope, if I have a gap, I'm taking it. And everybody else behind me can get fucked. They don't give a shit. But I don't know. My driving style is safe. I try to always be as safe as possible. And being safe and letting cars go, it's just I don't know what. And so anyways, I eventually did pass this Hobby Lobby guy, and I was fucking hot, because whenever he got over and cut off that truck, I'm over there, I'm flashing my lights, I'm telling him to get back over. He has plenty of time to still get back over. We're starting the uphill grade. I'm like, get the fuck back over. I don't have a CB in this truck. That's another problem. I don't like CBs, obviously, but if I had a working CB in this truck, I probably would have, gone to channel 9 or 19. Those are usually the trucker channels, and say, Hobby Lobby, you are such a fucking idiot, or something. I probably wouldn't cuss on the radio, but I probably would have said something. Just because that fucking guy, I'm like, you are such a fucking dumb fuck. And now I really want to get, I'm thinking about getting a notepad or some sort of a dry eraser board or something that I can just have, you know, right here behind the seat or whatever. I can pull it out and I can write a message to somebody and show it to them. Because sometimes you see people and they have a low tire or a wobbly wheel, like your wheel's about to fall off, and I can show it to another driver because it's hard to Morse code your horn to somebody, and then most people don't understand Morse code, and I also don't understand Morse code, so I don't know, trying to get the message to another driver without a CB is kind of difficult, or like, hey, you're smoking, or you have a flat tire, your fucking tarp is coming off, something. In my personal pickup truck, forever, I always wanted to have a like an LED message board in my back window that I could type. I could have like a couple of set phrases and warnings or whatever, so I could just hit a button and I could say, "You have a flat tire," "Get out of the fast lane, you dumb bitch," or some shit like that. Now on semi trucks, you are super regulated. You can't be having nothing on these. I mean, you can get in trouble for having all kinds of shit on this. That one of the newer things is these truck eyeballs or whatever. And I've seen a lot of funny videos of people with these truck eyeballs. It's usually at like truck stops or whatever. They pull into a truck stop, they're parking up for the night, and they got these little eyeballs or whatever they can put in their windshield, their little LED signs or whatever. And other truckers found out they can hack them, and they can write whatever they want onto them, and it's pretty funny. It's like, I'm gay, come a knocking, come knock on my door if you want to fuck me in the ass or some shit. I don't know. It's pretty funny, but I don't know. I just had trouble with a few different fucking trucks last night. And then there towards the end of the night, I was, it was, I did wake up a little later than I kind of wanted to yesterday and got out on the road a little bit later. It wasn't a big deal. All I had to do was get loaded and get back to Alva. Just drive over to this town in Missouri at the power plant, get loaded, and then turn around and go to Alva, Oklahoma, and get to my hotel. It was not a stressful day at all. I had all the time in the world for everything to happen. But I did get started a little later than I wanted, which put me at my hotel in Alva a little bit later. And the thing is that burger joint that I love to eat at, they close at 8 o'clock every night. And I wasn't going to get there until like 7:45. And I am not. I'm also a fucking weirdo. They say they're open till 8. You technically can walk in there at 7:59 and order something. But I'm never going to be that guy. And even if it's within a half hour of closing time, I know that those cooks and whatnot are tired and ready to go the fuck home. You're not going to get a quality burger if you order at 7:30. I mean, they are going to cook it for you, most likely, because they're kind of obligated to, but I'm not. I know how people are, and I'm not about to order a meal 30 minutes to close. I know they've already started the cleanup process. They're trying to pick stuff up, put stuff away. I'm not about to do that. So anyways, I wasn't going to get to my fucking restaurant in time that I've been thinking about for a while now. So I decided I'm going to eat at this other little truck stop. They always have like little pizzas, little taquito things. They got fried chicken. They got all kinds of shit to eat at this other truck stop, but everything's deep fried. And I wasn't really looking for anything deep fried except for French fries or whatever. I really wanted like a burger. But I decided, you know what? I'm going to get there too late. Let me stop here and just grab a couple of things. And I pull into this truck stop. It's probably 7:10 or whatever. And I look in the window and I see the pizza warmer. And there's red boxes in the pizza warmer. So I'm like, cool. I get in there. I greet them as I walk in the door. They greet me. I do grab a soda. I wish I didn't love soda so much, but it's so hard. I don't know. I have no self-control. I grab a soda out of the fucking cooler door or whatever. I grab an orange Sunkist. It's so fucking good. Not an Orange Crush. Orange Crush is not good. Orange Sunkist is so fucking good. So I grab one of those, and by the time I make it to the register, which was 30 seconds, they had already thrown away all the pizza. And they were working on the other warmer now. And I said, oh, hey, I'd like to get some of that stuff. Like, I'd like to order some of that stuff. And, maybe this is me being petty right here, my complaint here. But they are already throwing away all the pizza, and they have this other thing that's pretty fucking good. It's like a Stromboli looking thing. It's pretty fucking good, and I was looking forward to eating one of those, but she had already thrown them in the trash, and she was starting to work on everything else. The only thing they had left was a couple of taquitos or tornadoes or whatever the fuck they call them. They're fucking weird out here. They're like, I would say, hey, can I get a couple of those taquitos? And they're like, these are tornadoes. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you call them. You know what I'm talking about. And it's, first off, it's the only fucking thing in your goddamn warmer. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Do not fucking correct me on the name of your fucking deep fried bullshit, okay? I'm hungry. This is the only place that I'm going to be able to really eat tonight if I want hot food that's not in a microwave in my hotel room, the big bomb burrito or whatever. I don't want that. I want to eat what you got here. Give me those taquitos before you throw them in the trash. She's like, I got 5 of them. I was like, yeah, I'll take them. And they're not like big taquitos. They're like these little fucking things. They're not very filling or whatever. She said, I only got 5. This fucking kid rang me up the old lady was getting them, and I was hoping she was going to say, "Oh yeah, don't charge them. I'm about to throw these in the trash," or something like that. No, they charged me, and those fucking things are expensive. Apparently, it was like $15 in taquitos, 5 taquitos, for $15. Uh, and then a sun kiss. I was like, God damn! I did not expect this. Get like spend $20. Not $20, but if it's over 15, I call it $20. You know how I am. And also, just for sake of my argument to make me feel a little bit better, I'm going to say it was more expensive than it really was. But it was really $15 for just the taquitos, and then add a Sunkist on top of that. And fucking bottled sodas have gone up, boys. They are so expensive now. You used to be able to get one for like $1. You could get a 16-ounce bottle of soda for like $1, and now they're, I think, $2.50 or some shit. So yeah, I don't know. I guess it was close to $20 with tax and everything, but I go out. These things were ready to go in the fucking trash. I was very disappointed in my meal last night. Very fucking disappointed. So I sat in the parking lot and ate these fucking deep fried bullshits and drank my delicious Sunkist. At least that was able to cheer me up a little bit. And hit the road and headed to my hotel. But the fun didn't end quite there. I'm driving to the hotel and I'm on this, just fucking empty 2-lane blacktop highway through the middle of Oklahoma with nothing around. It's dark. You can't see shit. My headlights are not very good on this fucking truck. And, come on, guys. There we go. Sorry, merging onto this other highway here, so I gotta keep my eyes peeled. Don't want to be cutting anybody off. Driving down this empty fucking highway, and up ahead I can kind of see like orange roadwork signs or whatever. And I had just been on this highway on Monday, um, and I didn't notice any road work or anything. But there were new roadwork signs up, and I was like, "All right, this is interesting. Where's the road work?" And you see, they have those mobile traffic lights, but they're not hooked up. They're just kind of off to the side, and it's dark, so I'm seeing shit kind of as I'm passing it, really. And then there's another sign that says, road work, construction, 1-lane road ahead. But that was like a preemptive sign. It's not a 1-lane road yet, but it's gonna be. And then it said bump, and kablam! I'm like, oh shit! Now I'm on fucking gravel. They ripped out the fucking road. It was about probably a 3-inch drop into this gravel area. And then there was a bridge. They can't cut the bridge, whenever they're doing road work near bridges or whatever. They are either working on the road or they're working on the bridge. They're never working on both. So then it's a 3-inch lip, kablam! And I'm like, oh shit, and I'm on the brakes, but I'm not slamming on the brakes. And then another 3-inch drop on the other side of the bridge, blam! And then another 3-inch fucking lip because there's another bridge, blam! And I'm like, I'm just getting rocked out here on the highway out of nowhere, dude. And I'm like, God damn it, dude. Because the bump sign, usually they're reflective. You can read them, you can see them from far away. This was an old ass bump sign. It was either old or it's covered in dust and it's not very reflective. I couldn't see the bump sign. There were no speed limit reductions or anything. It was just road work ahead. I see a traffic light, 1-lane road ahead, and then bump. But, you can't read the bump until you're up on it. And I was like, if I make it out of this, I might have a flat tire in the morning. I hit these fucking things really fucking hard. But I got to my hotel and did a little post trip and walked around it, make sure, there was no damage, but it's just like a fully loaded semi hitting basically 90-degree speed bumps at 60. I was probably doing 60, but the speed limit's 65 out here. Probably doing a little under the speed limit, and I hit those fucking things hard as shit. So now I know, but I won't be going through the dark. I won't be driving out here in the dark anymore. It's only that night that I'll be driving in the dark out in Oklahoma. But God damn, it rocked the fuck out of me, and it did kind of hurt my back a little bit. Just ridiculous, man, ridiculous. And I mean, that's all my fault. I guess whenever you see a road work sign, you're supposed to just slow down, anyways. And I did slow down a little bit, but it wasn't until if I would have known what I was getting into, I would have slowed down to maybe like 45, and then maybe even slower on those bumps, because that rocked me, man. Then I get to the hotel, I get parked, get all my shit packed up, get logged out of the truck, and go over to my hotel, and there's a new guy working at the hotel. And I don't know, I feel like I'm a regular, even though I haven't been there in a while. I'm still a regular at this hotel. And then you got some fucking new bitch over here. Fucking, oh, what brings you to town? It's like, hey, shut the fuck up with the small talk, motherfucker. I fucking own this hotel, basically. I run this fucking shit. I'm here all the fucking time. I was like, I stay here twice a week. Lee, what are you doing here is what I need to ask. The fuck, dude? I don't know. I was just a little, and that was all in my mind, obviously. I was like, work, you know. And then he rings me up and or gets me all checked in and everything. And then he's like, all right, have a good night. And he walks off. And I'm like, hey, quit. I know you're fucking chewing on, THC gummies back there, but I need a fucking door key, you dumb fuck. Give me my fucking door key, dude. Oh, yeah, you need that, don't you? I'm like, God damn it, dude. Just give me my shit. I gotta piss, okay? I gotta piss. Give me the fucking door key. Let me fucking go to my room. And then it never fucking fails. I mean, I got it wrote on my, like, preferences for my hotel room whenever I got the app and everything. And it always says near the elevator. I don't know why, but I like to be just near the elevator. I'm happier when I'm near the elevator. You get off the elevator and your room is like right there. Just less of a travel. Those hotel hallways are just so goddamn long. But it never fucking fails. Every hotel I go to, it seems like 98% of the time, my room is at the end of the fucking hallway. At the very fucking end of the hallway. And I'm like, this is goddamn ridiculous. And it's always on the long side, too, because that elevator is usually, to one side of the hallway. I'm always on the long end at the very end of the hallway, but whatever. I was like, oh, if I'd have known that, and you don't know that until you get up there. I should know that. I should know where all the rooms. I know that hotel better than fucking anybody, but I would have rather taken the stairs. Just because when you get to a floor and your room's right there, that's what makes me happy. I don't care if I got to take stairs or whatever. If I can just come up the stairs and my room's right there, I'll be happy. And it was. So I took the stairway down here in the morning, but grabbed me a biscuit, a cheese omelet, and some gravy. And a nasty fucking coffee. These hotels, man, I'll tell you what, Holiday Inn, what are you doing? Your coffee is the worst fucking coffee I've ever fucking had. I'd still drink it every time. I still drink it, thinking maybe it'll be different this time. No, it's not. It's fucking gross. But whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna come back. I still got 20 minutes to go before I hit an hour. My episodes haven't really been quite an hour long, but I'm gonna have this might be a long episode. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm here at my offload facility. I got a call. I got to get checked in, so I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'll talk to you again whenever I talk to you again. Hello, we're back. This is forgot to record again. Also, not a whole lot happened really, but today it's the next day. This is Thursday morning. We're rolling around. Just got my headset. I forgot it at home. It was ridiculous. I had to stop by a little truck, not truck stop, just a little gas station next to my house, so my wife could bring it to me. She's a doll, y'all, and I don't know. Trying to think of what else has happened. What was I saying? Oh, it was yesterday, and I wasn't planning on recording. Oh, there in the I don't know when it was. Anyways, I have no idea. I'm just fucking winging it right now. I just was like, oh, I have 20 more minutes. I better record soon so I can get this thing put out because I was supposed to put it out Thursday at 7 a.m. It's 9 o'clock, so it's a little later. Um, Last night was cool. I got home. The wife, she took off to go to the gym thing with her sister or whatever. She's been doing that quite a bit, but I was able to hang out with the kids, and it's kind of funny. My son, he started playing the Spider-Man game, the PS5 Spider-Man game or whatever. Uh, he's picking up on it. I was like, he started play. He likes to play Grand Theft Auto, which I know I shouldn't probably let a 6-year-old play Grand Theft Auto, but I put it in director mode and I give him invincibility. So if you go to like, I don't know if anybody on here plays Grand Theft Auto or whatever, but on Grand Theft Auto, if you go to story mode and you like hold that center button of the controller, you can go to something called director mode, and you can use basically cheats. Because if you just use regular cheats, like invincibility, it only lasts for like 5 minutes or something. It's some bullshit. But if you get on director's mode, you can make yourself invincible. You can do like flaming bullets, exploding bullets, exploding punches. I don't know. It's really fucking fun. You can turn cops on and off. You can do all kinds of cool shit. So I just turned it on. He's learned how to turn it on now, but no, he decided he wanted to play Spider-Man. But, like the controls for Grand Theft Auto are pretty simple. Shoot, run, get in a car. It's not. But the Spider-Man one, I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, he's like, I want to play Spider-Man. I'm like, all right, but you're going to have to learn the controls because I don't know the controls and I don't want to. You're going to have to learn them damn controls, bud. And he learned them. He's so close to being able to read pretty fucking good. Like, it's so awesome watching, your kids learn things. Because before, he could do the alphabet and stuff, and then he learned, what letters, what words, what letters start with what words or whatever. And, I'm learning too. But, no, now he can read. He's like, Dad, well, he checks with me. He double checks his work, but he's like, does this say invincibility? I was like, does it start with an INV? He's like, yeah. I was like, yep, that's it. And I'm trying to kind of teach him a little bit about that. It's like sometimes you don't have. if all the words are completely different and you know what word you're looking for, you can just kind of look at the first couple of letters, and usually it'll work out. Sometimes it might not, but I don't know. Anyways, it's just fun. He's learning how to read. It's very cool. And last night over dinner, he's like, "Yeah, I broke up with Abigail." I'm like, "Huh?" He's like, "Yeah, I was." He's like, "I have like 5 girlfriends, but I broke up with Abigail." I'm like, "What the hell, bud?" All right. He's like, "Yeah, she found out that I was talking to Millie, and Jacob told her that I was talking to Millie too. And she doesn't like Millie, and I like Millie." I'm like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "But I got a new girlfriend now, and her name's Allie, or I don't even know these kids' names." He's 6 years old, but he's. I'm like, "Hey, what does it mean to be like boyfriend girlfriend?" He's like, "Means you hang out on the playground, and we like each other." I was like, "Do you think she's cute?" He's like, "Yeah, she's blonde." I'm like, "Oh, so girls with other colored hair aren't cute?" He's like, "I like the girls with the yellow hair." I'm like, "Okay." Hey, you can have preferences, bud. All right. I mean, you do you, man. I'm like, uh, he's like, "Yeah. If we're boyfriend girlfriend, that means that whenever we grow up and we become grown ups, we could get married." I'm like, "You're right. You're right. That's the way it works, a lot of the time." But yeah, I'm happy for you, man. Glad things are working out for you. He's excited to go to school. This other girl rides his bus, so he's wanting to ride the bus more often now. He used to hate riding the bus, but he's cool riding it now. Whatever, my little boy is growing up. And so, anyways, that was fun. But I put the kids to bed. My daughter, it was Valentine's. They have a Valentine's Day party, so we had to decorate their boxes. And he wrote a note to his new girlfriend, but we just got a bunch of stickers. Last Valentine's, I made him a Spider-Man box, and I like traced out shit, and I cut it out, and I glued it to his box, and I even made a little spider tied to a rope that was kind of like attached to the lid or whatever. Valentine's Day boxes. I just got a phone call, obviously. Um. So yeah, I put them to bed after we sticker bombed their boxes or whatever. My daughter, she got Gabby Dollhouse sticker book, and my son got like a generic video game book or whatever, and we just sticker bombed them. They look pretty fucking awesome, and I helped. They wanted to wait for Daddy to come in and help them. And I thought about, getting out the glue gun and doing all. I was like, I don't really. Not this time. They're fine with the sticker bomb. It looks great. They look awesome. They're happy with them. So, anyways, after that, I said, you know what? I am going to ride the DR to work tomorrow. You're not going to get me driving no fucking pickup truck if there ain't no snow. It's above freezing. I ain't driving the truck. And especially today, because it's a pretty relaxed day. I don't really have a whole lot to do today. I gotta go get loaded over here south of Kansas City, and then drive straight on through down to Alva and sit at a hotel overnight. Nothing too crazy tonight, which is great. So last night I stayed up kind of late, but I was getting the DR ready. I hadn't done my pre-checklist. I took it on one little ride the other day around the block, but I wanted to really give it a good look over before I took off with it. Um, oh, the other day I did add a little oil to it. I don't think it's burning oil. I think whenever I did my oil change, I could have put more in there. I was at like the minimum level, and you want to be kind of in between minimum and full. Anywhere in between there is fine, but I added a little oil to it the other day. Checked out the tires, aired up the tires. My rear tire was a little bit low, but not bad. My front tire's good, because that one just got the new heavy duty tube put in. Checked to make sure I had enough gas in there. Yep, we're good. And then I was like, oh, let me check the lights again because I feel like I remember there being a blinker out somewhere. And yeah, there was a blinker out. It was the passenger side front blinker, or the right front blinker. There's no passenger side. The passenger side is just the rear side. Um, Come on, Nissan, what are you doing? I don't want to go slow behind you. All right, whatever. We're fine. We got an exit coming up. I don't really want to make a pass right now. Yeah, just got the DR ready to go. Did all my checks and everything, and I found out that I'm out of lube. I have no lube. I have some like oil and grease and stuff, but I didn't really want to put that on my chain. But and it's an O-ring chain, 525 O-ring chain. You don't really have to lube them, is what they say, but I like to lube it. It just quiets it down, because it's kind of loud and rackety. So I like to lube it, but I was out of lube. I had a little bit of WD-40 from probably 1940. It was an old ass fucking bottle, like super old bottle of WD-40. But tried to use a little bit of that on there. I guess I got it all right. I got a little bit on there, and said, all right, we're good. Oh, the blinker. Yeah, the blinker was out. So, I did. That still had wiring from whenever I had dual blinker setups on the front, that I ended up chopping off or whatever. So, it wasn't looking good. The left side blinker, I already had to replace the wiring in it, but the right side still worked, so I didn't bother with it. But the right side one just quit working. And I was like, oh, is the bulb out? So I took the lens off and I looked, and the bulb is good. I'm like, well, that's different. All right, the bulb is good. The wiring is not. There's something going on with that whole blinker situation right there. Luckily, I replaced blinkers a while back because I had one break off and it was all taped up and looking like shit or whatever. So I got a new set of blinkers, but I still had one good one from the old stock. Swapped that one on there and it worked out just fine. So I don't know what was wrong with that blinker. It's just wiring or something. And I lost my damn heat gun. That's where I got real irritated last night because I had gone through all of the garage. Because I cleaned the garage out and I kind of just piled up my tools, just all the tools that I found laying around. I just kind of made a pile of them. And the heat gun is not in that pile. I even went out to my square body and looked inside that. No heat gun in there. I even looked in my regular pickup truck. I have no idea where my fucking heat gun is. I looked inside the house. I was looking all over the place. I cannot find the fucking heat gun. So I had to use a lighter, and I don't like using a lighter for my shrink wrap and my solder, like my quick solder connectors or whatever they are. Was not a fan of that, but it worked, and I got the new old blinker put on, and it works great. But the lens is different. It's like a brighter orange, but I don't give a shit, what the fuck ever, right? And then the bike was ready to go, really. After that, I was like, I already rode it the other day. I know it fires up and it runs. It's got gas. It's got oil. It's got blinkers. I got the key. I grabbed my helmet. I charged up my little Bluetooth headset for my helmet. And then I went out and I had to, it was, I think, 39 degrees out whenever I went for my ride this morning, but that's still pretty cold whenever you're riding a motorcycle. So I grabbed, I bundled up. I had a hoodie, a Carhartt, a t-shirt, overalls, jeans, boots, gloves. I had my little gator, the little fucking tube, fabric tube thing or whatever that I put over my neck, and my helmet, my glasses. I was fogging up a little bit. Every time I started going slow, I had to open up my face shield and let some of that cold air come in there and uh, clear out the fog because it was getting bad. But I honestly, I had no issues. It was mainly my fingertips and my wrist that got a little bit cold on my drive in. My fingertips were pretty fucking cold, but you know, it's all right. It wasn't bad. I was able to still function and everything. But I had so much shit on me, I could barely turn my fucking head. And my jacket was so big on my arms, and I think I've gotten fatter that I couldn't put my arms down enough to see in my fucking mirrors. you know? I mean, I could see in my mirrors. I just had to, swerve a little bit to get a good look, and I tried to turn my head, but my whole body's turning. And it worked out. I got those little blind spot mirrors on there, so they're tiny, like it's tiny stuff in there, but you can see if there's a car there or not. But rode into work, everything worked out just fine. I actually did the speed limit most of the way. I did get on it here and there because, goodness, get me on a fucking DR. I'm gonna fucking, man, I just love blowing through the gears. It's so much fun. Obviously, that's only whenever there's light traffic and there's nobody really around or anything, and I can just fucking blast them, wow, fucking hauling ass. Only in a couple of spots, but it's so much fun. I love riding that fucking bike. And put up a picture on the Facebook group. You guys could go check that out. I think it looked. I tried doing some editing, and nothing I did on the edit really I liked. But I don't know. Put a picture up, or it's like a little video. There's a little GIF in there of a guy doing a wheelie. I'm not doing no wheelies, not yet. But I have been watching a lot of DR upgrading videos again. I was excited to ride the bike and everything and get back into it because, I mean, unless it's really raining, I'm going to be riding that fucking thing to work. So it's riding season again, buds. I need to look at my fucking motorcycle permit and see when it expires. I think it's like April or something. I don't know. But I won't be able to. I don't think I'm going to be able to renew it again. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Because they give it to you for 6 months at a time. I thought it was for a year at a time, and it used to be indefinite, but they changed the law. But I don't think I'm going to have any problem, especially by April, going in and doing the motorcycle course or whatever. I think it's going to be just fine, especially on that DR maneuverability. And I'm like a fucking cat on that damn thing. I wonder if you're allowed to stand when you're doing the course or whatever. Because it's like, all right, you got to do this course. You got to do it super duper fucking slow. It's like, all right, well, I want to do it the best way possible. And the best way possible would be to, stand up and get some nice balance going and whatnot. But I don't know. I don't think I'm going to have any problems with that whatsoever. But if I get the license, I got to start studying for my fucking hazmat again, because I'm going to have to take my hazmat endorsement again in order to add the motorcycle endorsement, which I think is pretty fucking dumb, but whatever. I'll do it. I did it once with minimal training. I think I can do it again with minimal training. Even though last time whenever I went to go do it, I was like, oh, well, I'm just going to take the course. I'm going to get the license. I'm going to get my, I thought everything was going to work out. And I ended up failing the hazmat twice because I didn't study or anything, but it's like, this is what I do every day. But most of the shit in the hazmat test is nothing that I'm ever dealing with. So I gotta kind of look it up. Whatever. Yep, rode in. They're gonna blast the bridge again. There's a bridge that goes like over my work yard, and they blasted one side of it, and it blew holes all in our building. And then now they're gonna blast the other side of it, and I already know it's gonna fuck some shit up. They're doing that tomorrow, so that'll be interesting. But I got the DR parked inside. It should be safe. If I had the pickup truck, I was like, nah, just leave it out. Let them fucking blast into it. Maybe they'll give me a paint job and some body work. Or just give me a check. Just give me. Oh yeah, you blasted a fucking chunk of concrete through my engine block. Just give me a check. Fucking get that going. But are you gonna go? Don't go. Don't go. All right. Thank you for not cutting me off. And that's about it. I got in this morning, got the bike parked up, all situated, and driving in. Driving in, about to get loaded here and head on down to Alva. Nothing too exciting. Going to be a short day. Probably be done around 4 o'clock. Which I wish it would. I'm going to try to make it a little bit later than that, because I don't, whenever I get to my hotel, it's a long walk to get to the damn insurance people calling me. We can help you compare your plan to other plans. It's like, get off of me, robot bitch. Fucking insurance phone calls are still coming in. I don't know what the hell's going on. This place thawed out, and now all the insurance people are coming back to life like flies. Same with job recruitment, too. Like, I haven't been searching jobs. I haven't been messing with Indeed or any other job searches. Well, I guess I've been looking at a couple that they've been sending me, but uh, I'm getting blasted with job offers here and there, and all kinds of stuff, and I'm not interested in any of them. Like, do you want to go work for $21 an hour as a fucking shithead? No, no. Quit sending me these fucking things. I have it set on my fucking thing. Anything over 30, They keep sending me low shit. But anyways, I think I'm done here for this episode. I'm glad you guys stuck around for the end here. And adios. Keep all 18 down. We're going to talk to you later. We're going to have something else for you. Bye-bye.